Good evening. Welcome to Sports Break on Positively Osceola. We are happy to be joined by head coach of the Liberty football Chargers, Brandon Pennington. He's got three of the standout players here. John Smith, the quarterback. We got Carlos Rios, plays some defense, and Alan Jaquette, who also plays both ways. This guy's on defense and on offense. So I know you're exhausted at the end of the games, my friend, but you guys had a huge win. Congratulations, yet another one versus Boulevard, cross Prairie, whatever you want to call it, opponent Poinciana Eagles, 14 straight. So we're excited to have you guys in. Just talk about that a little bit and kind of celebrate the win and the history that the Liberty Chargers has in the Battle of the Boulevard. We're going to run our little sports intro. We'll get to going, guys, all right?
Yes, sir.
Coach, happy to have you guys joining us in here after a crazy game, really tale of two halves for you guys on Friday night. Talk a little bit about the game, Coach, and how you guys are feeling right now at this point in the season.
Well, I mean, it's you always feel good after a win, and it always feels better when you've beaten a rival. So as far as kind of the season goes right now, we're 2-4. Obviously, we'd like to be a little bit better than that. But like I said, the recent win kind of washes away all sins in a way. So right now we're happy to have been on top and looking forward to celebration.
100%. So, another inter-county opponent you guys got there next week, but a 14-year-old game you guys playing in. It's really first half came out behind and ended up the second half. What changed there for you guys, and what was the shift in the mentality? We can ask you, Coach, and then maybe some of the players there, see what they think.
Well, it's 2 years in a row. I think we've gone down early in that game and trailed. Now, this Friday night past, really, I thought the defense was doing a pretty good job. We gave up one big run, that netted them 7 points. And really, in the first half, our offense was struggling. We played the whole first quarter, maybe even half of the second quarter on Poinciana's end of the field, but we just couldn't punch it in. And that's one of the things through the week I told the boys that the closer you get to the end zone, the better Poinciana's defense gets. Last year, we blocked a punt and recovered it on the 3-yard line, and we couldn't get it in the end zone. And we kind of spent the first half again this year. It seemed like inside the 20-yard line, but we could not get it into the end zone. And kind of took reevaluating and looking at who we were trying to get the ball to and making some different choices play call wise.
Absolutely. And you take away that one play there, the big play from Poinciana, really, the whole night looked really good for you guys defensively. I know, Alan, you recorded 2 sacks on the night, which is pretty cool. Alan, talk a little bit about the defensive side of the ball. You guys played pretty well there. What were you seeing out there as a leader on the defensive side of the ball?
I was just seeing how they like to run the ball. They like to they like to put on power. So I'm faster than the guard. So I just spiked it as fast as I can, and I got the sack and the tackles.
So is that the sheer athleticism there, the attitude? He knows he's better, faster, stronger than the other guy across from you. That's awesome. That must be fun for you, though, to be able to recognize something like that, in a film session, or know that that's a play they like to run and go out there on Friday night against a rival opponent and make it happen, put it together, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, brother. What do you think the status of y'all's defense is at this point in the season?
Our defense is really good. I really have faith in them, and they really get the job done when it comes down to it.
100%. Coach, what do you have to say about this young man right here and about what he was able to do Friday night? How important is he for you guys?
Well, we like him a whole lot on defense, and we've been struggling on the offensive line, so we had to move him over there. He actually played O-line for us last year and didn't play a whole lot of defense, but he's a pretty good athlete, and we have pretty high hopes that we can get him into a D2 school or something here at the end of the year.
That's awesome. You got to love hearing that, Alan, having a coach that's behind you, that believes in you, is ready to really stretch your kind of football knowledge. Playing both sides of the ball is totally different, I'm sure. So that's awesome that you guys have some athletes out there that you're able to kind of move the pieces around a little bit where you want. I know that's fun on the coaching side of things. But, man, speaking of defense, too, Carlos, 2 picks in the game. You must be feeling pretty good waking up on Saturday morning. You got some applause there right there. Talk about the game a little bit from your perspective, my friend. As we play musical chairs a little bit.
The whole week I was watching a lot of film. I really trusted my coach to put me in the right positions, and I executed it. And I was watching a lot of film, and I noticed when 10 doesn't get the ball, he just stands there. So the first pick, he stood still. I was like, he's not getting the ball. And then I just followed the second route, and he quarterback threw in double coverage.
So you think it was like a lack of effort on their side, something you picked up in the film room?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So what was that like? Like, you know, rival game, it's a big-time environment, not one time, but 2 times to come up with it there on defense. What was the celebration like? How was the feeling?
It was like a rushing feeling. The first time it was to give my teammates back the ball. My team back the ball at the yards we was at. And then the second time it was in the fourth quarter. I figured I'd give my team the ball again to shut the game out.
No, you did it, bro. And an absolute great defensive performance there for sure. A positive impact player out there on the field. So that's awesome. We love seeing you succeed, my friend. And we look forward to seeing you guys keep continuing throughout the rest. And what are you focusing on here? What grade are you in, actually?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so you still got some more time to room and grow. How excited are you to kind of grow with this group of coaches and kind of talk about them a little bit and how much they've been kind of leading you guys in the right direction?
I think they've been leading us in the right direction. I've trusted them for 3 years now, and I'm going to trust them next year when I come here again.
100%. Well, that's awesome, my friend. We appreciate it for sure. Coach, anything you want to say about this? I know you're happy anytime you can get that ball back to your offense. And that guy standing back there, John Smith, is a happy camper too when he can get the ball back.
Yeah, we'll get him, I guess, in here for you next. But no,
100%.
Carlos has bounced around a little bit for us. He's played a little safety. He actually played a little outside linebacker last year. A little bit of dime package, kind of linebacker, safety kind of thing. And he really is teamed with David Bako to give us kind of 2 really good corners. I can trust either one of them in man coverage or in zones, and they're doing a real good job for us.
For sure. Well, 100%. You guys are putting them in the right spots to succeed there on defense, and that shows out there versus Poinciana. But, yeah, we can get John real fast too, man.
Yes, sir.
Leading the offense, brother. I mean, talk a little bit about your offense, John, and about the game and what you were seeing out there in the second half particularly.
Well, in the second half, we went in trying not to shoot ourselves in the foot as much as we did the first half. We know we could have executed a lot more. We tried to execute a lot more. We tried to pass more because there was a lot of blitzing happening. There's a lot of blitzing happening. So we try to use our passing and our receivers to that advantage. So yeah. As far as running rise, I don't think they could have stopped the RPOs or sneaks. I don't think they're. Yeah.
You like being creative, huh?
Yes. I like to be an athlete, is what it is. I don't like to be a robot.
Yeah, speaking of athlete, you played some basketball too. You play basketball as well. You're kind of stepping in here and filling the shoes of the quarterback spot as, the number one guy, one of the really the most athletic guy, I think. Maybe you wouldn't say it, but you're the quarterback. You're getting the ball every play. That coaches like to put the most athletic guy out there. How has that transition been from kind of playing other positions and other sports and here playing one of the hardest positions in sports, period?
Well, I try to relate basketball and football. I try to be the same point guard and be the QB, just distribute the ball. I just want to be that leader as a QB should be,
100%. How important is that, being a leader on a team that's younger and maybe a little bit more inexperienced, even though yourself maybe not having so much experience on the football side of things, but what's that like trying to lead those guys in this season through a hard season, challenging?
Very, very challenging. For someone who's new to this, it's not easy, but I want to say it's not hard neither. This team, they make it easy for me to keep everybody up and motivate everybody. This team, I love fighting by side of these teammates right here. This team's great guys, full of great energy. I love this team so much. I don't think I could trade these guys for anybody else.
That's awesome, especially when they're getting the ball back for you and stopping them on third down and getting the ball back to the offense's hands, because that's the fun stuff from being out there. But you guys, man, the three of y'all keep doing what you guys are doing 100%. We look forward to seeing y'all build on it. What about next week at Celebration? How are you guys? How are the players feeling going into the Celebration game?
Well, we just got to watch a lot of film. I think we're pretty positive in this game. I wouldn't say we're going to go in there, beat down on them, but it's going to be a good game.
You guys see some opportunities?
I'm sorry?
You guys see some opportunities out there on film?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, we're looking forward to it, my friend. Hey, Coach, I want to get you in here one more time. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you and all three of you guys hanging out after practice and talking with us. But, Coach, really quick, kind of try to encapsulate so far in the season how the season's been through the challenges and where you guys are at right now, kind of as a whole squad.
Well, it's all very challenging. I know Alan back there, pointing the wrong way. Alan back there is wearing our 9-2 shirt. 2 years ago we went 9-2 here. And I built a schedule thinking that we would always have that kind of a team, and we've played some really big schools, and it's tough on a guy like John who is just coming in here. How many games have you played at quarterback now, John?
I want to say
6, maybe 7. And we've got him playing Osceola, and we've got him playing Lakeland, Lake Gibson. And, Bartow took a huge step this year, and we're a lot better than what we expected them to be. And so it's kind of been tough. And you add to that, COVID has got us down. I think we have about 50 boys on the whole football team. That's freshmen and JV and varsity combined. So we've started the Osceola game. We started 5 sophomores on varsity. On defense, and we started 2 freshmen on the offensive line. So it's very challenging, to have a schedule that was built for a 9-2 playoff team and to be playing it with sophomores and freshmen. Sure. It's very difficult. But at the same time, I mean, it's, John played 4 or 5 games for us last year, and just to see the growth that he has taken since last year. And it really makes me wish we'd have found him a year earlier and been able to train him another year, because he's going to be a pretty good quarterback by next year. Unfortunately, Absolutely. He's going to be doing it, for some NAIA or NCAA D2 school. He's going to be doing it for them and not for us. But it's exciting to see the boys grow, but it's also difficult to go through those growing pains and take those lumps again when you're playing teams like Lake Gibson and Osceola, with freshmen. It's hard.
Absolutely, but there's nothing beats experience, as they say. So,
100%.
So happy that you guys are getting to see the field at all this year, and happy for the school district to be able to put it together. And you got students handling this virtual learning, kind of hybrid learning stuff that they've been going through the beginning of the year and up to this point. So really, I commend you guys for sticking in there and really making it happen. Going to practice, still making through all the distractions that are out there. You guys are still locking in and focusing. But again, Battle of the Boulevard goes to the Liberty Chargers again for the 14th time. Let's talk about that really fast before we go. That's a positive note right there.
Yeah, it's the funny part to me is the thing I think of is it's very stressful. You don't want to be the guy or the team that loses that trophy for the first time. So it's been very stressful the last 2 years. to go into that game. And the joke I told Miss Cruz, our principal, I said, well, they call it Poinciana Boulevard, but daggone it, if we win it 15 times in a row, I think they should change the name to Liberty Boulevard.
I'm telling you, you guys have the stronghold on that area right there in Osceola County High School football. So, hey, man, again, congratulations to you guys. Any last words that you want to say to you, to your fans out there, everybody supporting you guys?
Just thank you for rooting for us, and stick with us. We got a lot of young kids that are getting a lot of playing experience this year. We might be pretty good next year.
Yeah, I got to say this. On the article we put out on you guys, we had upwards of 70 shares. And I clicked on that thing, and I was scrolling through, and just to see a lot of folks around the community sharing it and saying, hey, I'm an alumni. I love seeing this. It makes me proud to be a Charger. There was so many of those that you guys don't even see out there while you got your head in the film room, and you got your on practice sweating out there. But there is a lot of people behind you guys in the community, 100%. I saw it, and people are still out there celebrating that win and sharing it, and we're excited with you guys about that right there. So congratulations. Positive stuff happening on the football field for the Liberty Chargers. And we look forward to seeing you guys against Celebration. And again, John, Carlos, Alan, thank you guys so much for sticking around with Coach and doing this with us. We appreciate you all. And for Sports Break here at Positively Osceola, I'm Cole Harvey. We are making a positive difference in and around Osceola County. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.